Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 3 of building my cemetery walls and updating my tombstones from last year. Um, so let's just go ahead and get started. So as we saw in part 2, basically we painted the grout lines in the brick, and we added the detail with the green mossy paint, as well as added some moss to our fence, and as you'll see in a few minutes, to my tombstones to kind of give them a little bit more age. Still have some more detailing to do. These are the first drafts, but I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to probably do a little more whitewashing on some of the tombstones. They're a little dark, but other than that, we're kind of getting there. So what you're looking at right now is the name of my cemetery from the fence that I made last year. Um, it's called Bedford Cemetery. I don't live in Bedford. I don't know why I picked the name. It just sounded good, like just a small old town cemetery. It was abandoned. As you can see, that's all engraved into it, and then it's painted. So I'm going to be aging that and adding a little bit more detail to it. But let's just take a look and see how far we've gotten so far. So kind of spanning out here, you'll see my cemetery wall right there. Here's another example of it with some of the old moss. And there's the top. And remember, this is going to be at night. It'll be highlighted by some black light, but you know, the detail doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look decent. And I think we got a good start here. My tombstones that I did last year, to give an example, this is what my tombstones looked last year. Some color that, again, that's kind of like that stone paint. It makes it look like stone, but it's a little too light and doesn't look old enough. So what I did is I just kind of took my tombstones from last year and added a little more detail to them. So this is one that I made last year. And you can see it's got the engraved skull with wings. A little detail on the side there. And of course there's no end date because, hey, you know, he never dies. It simulates Dracula's grave, I guess. Here's one I did last year. It's a pedestal tombstone. It's about 5 foot tall. A little closer for some more detail. There's moss hanging off of it. A nameplate. Myers. Interesting. Halloween Myers. That wasn't by accident, obviously. And here is another one from last year. Just rest in peace. Just an older tombstone. And we'll just kind of span over, and then there is one more I've done here. It's kind of my old broken tombstone. I'm going to add a little more moss to this one. It's a little too neat, so I'm going to add more moss to it so it's hanging and overgrown. I'm going to highlight that crack a little bit. You can't really see it, but it's all engraved into the stone, and you can see where it's broke off. So, before, after. So you can see that the stones are really starting to look old before, after. That old age look. And there's an example of the fence. So I hope you like the tutorial. I hope you find it helpful. Again, I did all of this on a budget of about $200. And basically a couple of weekends worth of work. It's not a lot of work. I mean, it is a lot of work, but it's not hard work. It's just basically measuring out your pieces, doing the grinding, then just putting them together and just spray painting them. So not very complex, but definitely, I think, in my opinion, worthwhile. I like it better than the typical cemetery fence that everybody does online. Again, it's cheaper, and I think it looks a little more realistic for a cemetery wall. So maybe next year, what I'll do is I'll add some PVC piping coming through the top and going high to give it the finishing touch. But this will definitely be my base. So whether I go with the poles or not, I think it's a good start. So hope you like my video, and look forward to your comments. Happy Halloween.